I have kitties that are playing with sacks. Hi, this is D with DivineL 911 on 111. Who's listening? I know I did a series of streams because I was guided to do them. Uploaded some videos about what they were telling me via telepathy about the current digital currencies. (111) Moon Day. I don't know if any of you have been watching the tarot readings I've been doing on a daily basis. It seems like the entire house has gone nuts. That's Ricky Lynn. She wants in. Let her in. My girlfriend's puppy wants to be near me very desperately today.
It's always when we do videos.
Yeah.
That...
Well, she's been wanting to be near me all day today.
Oh.
Yeah. She's so cute. I wish you guys could see her. She's adorable. So, Miss Ricky's under my feet right now. Anyway, if some of you could leave a comment in the chat or something to let me know you can hear okay. Are you checking it? Checking the stream? Can you do that? My husband's in here. So, I think he's going to check it and make sure it's playing okay. 9:11 p.m. Well, 911, folks. 911. Emergency heads up.
Yeah, it's working good.
Okay, thanks. All right, so hello, Theta. It's good to see you. Anyway, Gabriel is pissed. Really pissed. He has good reason to be pissed because I almost walked away from mission. Because who's listening? Is anybody out there? It would seem not very many. Is anybody going to listen now? The planet abandoned the gods. Gabriel feels abandoned. I feel abandoned. I almost abandoned mission because of it. Adonai feels abandoned. The cryptocurrency market plunged 200 billion in a span of 24 hours. And it ain't over yet, I just heard. It's not over yet. You think things are haywire right now? I keep telling you guys, get your organic popcorn. Because it's gonna get real. You know, it's interesting. There's some that actually spent some time actually having the audacity to mock me. Like I said, Gabriel's pissed. That's one archangel I wouldn't want on my bad side. For sure. Anyway. See, they said 150 billion, then it's 200 billion. Like I said, it ain't over yet. You guys were given a warning about the digital currencies last week. And if you didn't get out, not only that, but you were warned about moving your money out of large banks because they are heavily invested in those digital currencies. Ergo, they could go insolvent. If you're not going to listen to an archangel, who are you going to listen to? It's interesting because some of those that mock us have been fooled because they didn't listen to their internal telling them, screaming at them to listen. Screaming that they're following the wrong people. And then mocking us on top of that. I nearly walked away from mission because people not listening to the divine talking to them internally. Some of them are just in their ego and they don't want to admit the fact that they could be possibly wrong. I have been on this mission ever since they talked me into doing these videos, which I didn't really want to participate in. Gabriel's upset because it took him telling me to tell you to get out of the digital markets. He's upset that it took that kind of proof. Like what they showed me to show you about who I am wasn't enough. And I feel like if I walk away from mission, and I've said this before, then we lose all the heart-based souls. Everybody. That vision they gave me of that that scene prior to a wedding feast. And they give me that cup with milk and honey. Told me to drink from the other side of the cup. Do you guys have any idea what the symbology is behind that? Do you have any clue? I think I looked it up. Yeah, right here. Very famous section of the Zohar talks about it. Somebody that transfers dark into light, transmuting the negative energy. I spend a very good deal of my time doing just that, because there's an overwhelming amount of it here. And the negative ones feed from negative energy. So they keep you in fear mode all the time. Talks about turning bitterness into sweetness. Yad He Vave. When you're asking why, you're asking the archangels. YHWH. It's in there. Turn it around. Why? Just turn it around. This has been a grindingly long mission. It told me to pick a path today in the reading. Blindside the naysayers with the information they've given me. I guess that's precisely what's happening now. Hello, Sir William. Oh, you're loved too. Praise the Most High, absolutely. The divine creator. That is a vagina on the edge of that cornerstone, not a penis. Just saying. Yeah. Saturn, the cube, right? The timekeeper of the grand machine. The architect is a female. You know what they said about the Phoenicians is a bunch of lies. What's really fascinating is the virus, that one of their little tricks in their playbook is to accuse others of what they are actually doing. So if you want to look for the ones who take child sacrifices, and all the other deplorable things they accused the Phoenicians of. All you have to do is look squarely at your governments that are currently on this planet and the ones behind the scenes puppeting them. That's all you have to do. Part of my mission was finding out what in the hell is going on in hell. Yeah. What the hell's going on down here? That was a crash course. It's really hard to take in that much information about what's going on down here and deciphering the truth from all the stuff going on. It's very hard to discern, especially when the kingdom's asleep and all the information you have to dig through has some truth in it mixed with a whole bunch of lies. So you have to... My husband's on the floor playing with the kitties. He's trying to keep them occupied so they don't go. Because every time I do a reading or turn on the video, they decide it's time to be adorable. Yeah, they feel the energy come in. Because when Gabriel and Ed and I are in here, yeah, the energy's off the chain. So he's keeping them occupied so that they're not rotten little critters. They're teenage. They're right at 6 months now. And yeah, 3 little kittens that lost their mittens. Yeah, it's interesting. The world card. 1 female and 3 males are part of that world card, and the female's featured in the center. There's a reason. And it just so happens that I have 1 female cat and 3 males. Synchronicity or coincidence, who knows? But my life seems to be full of those. A lot of them. Anyway, the digital currencies. Everybody was given fair warning last week. Get out. Well, the getting's good. How many people were actually listening? It would appear very few. I even, in some of the other people that are somewhat partially awake, left comments in live streams warning people, get out of digital currencies. And there were some people upselling them. And I'm just shaking my head going, what team are you playing for? Precisely. Anyway, yeah. So, the digital currencies are going down. A lot of people think that the digital currencies was a way to overcome the fiat dollar that's petro-based, because there's no gold backing that dollar. I thought that the digital currency was their ticket out and around that. To get out of the beast system, like Gabriel told me. Everybody already took the mark. Everybody's worried. Don't take the mark of the beast. Don't take the ID chip. Da, 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 da. Sorry. He informed me that taking the currency that we currently have was taking the mark. Just an FYI. Because it came from a very corrupt bunch that started our financial system, or let's put it this way, infiltrated the United States financial system a long time ago. They're part of the virus. They're part of the ones that have been running the media. They infiltrated the U.S. with their banking system called the Federal Reserve. A lot of people tried to stop that. They ended up dead. They're the ones that take child sacrifices. They're also a giant, freaking disgusting ring of filth on the planet, I call the virus. There's ET races involved, for sure. What's going on right now, people need to not be in fear. Because they really want you to be in fear right now. Hello, AJ. Good to see you. They really want you to be in fear right now. Because it's feeding time for them. If they manage to get you to be in fear mode, things are going to be crazy. For sure. Do your best to keep your head down and your head focused on what's important. Do the gods feel abandoned? Oh, hell yes. Like I said, Gabriel's stomping frickin' mad right now. Sir Aaron. Oh, awesome. Okay. You know, it's funny. My son's initials, he was actually called AJ as a young child by his sisters. Yeah. Anyway, they want you in fear mode. Stay out of fear mode. Yeah. It's like a complete meltdown of a country, right? Based on what I'm told, the Grand Machine is working just fine. And those who think they can circumvent the Creator, they're sadly mistaken. They thought that they could avoid karma by telling some truth mixed with their lies. Well, I'm here to tell you, karmic retribution is coming for them. For sure. That will happen. It is happening. So, don't be in fear mode. Try to go back to a time before all the corruption that you were exposed to. When you were a little kid and everything in your eyes was possible. Think about that little kid. Get a picture of yourself back then, when you were in pure joy and bliss and nothing was impossible. Nothing. Think about that time. And if you can't think of that kind of time, think about what it would feel like. What would the perfect what would your perfect life be? And what would the planet and the people around you be like? What would that be? Envision it. Because when you're younger, you still have a more direct connect with the divine. right? You need to do your best to stay in that innocence. Love those around you. And project love to the planet, the people around you, and out to the cosmos. Because when you're doing that, you're projecting love to those gods that feel very abandoned. Damn, this place is a hell of a mess, huh? I guess, I don't know, what does it take to get people to listen, right? But yeah, Gabriel's stomping mad. Hello, Miss Patricia. It's good to see you. Stomping mad, it took giving me the information about the digital currency crashing and giving you that poor warning last week. It's not just Happy New Year, Miss Patricia. It's Happy New Age. Nobody's celebrating yet. There's Miss Amy. Yeah, the virus can't survive the love bombs. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. They hold on to their lies and who they've decided to put their efforts behind. Purely out of ego, because they could never admit they could possibly have been wrong. Seriously, not kidding. I've had people literally mocking me. And if they don't think Gabriel and I didn't see that, well, I hate to tell them, there's no conversation that's ever had with me where Gabriel and I aren't present unless I excuse them. And I very rarely do that. It's been a long road, a long mission. Like I said, I almost wanted to, to walk away from it. Walk away from the mission. Get out. Nobody's listening anyway. Under one of those comment sections, somebody asked me, well, why are you doing it? It's because I feel like if I stop doing my mission, everybody's lost forever. That's why. Anyway, I hope you guys were not in the digital currencies and didn't just lose your shirts.
Can I share
What?
my belief?
Yeah.
What I told you earlier?
Yeah.
About you doing your mission?
My husband's in here. He wants to talk.
Hey, this is her husband's. She's been doing her mission for a while, right? For a long time. A few years now, so
Yeah.
I think. There's not a lot of people listening, but what I believe, what my intuition is telling. Now, I do not know if you guys feel the same way, but I feel that this mission of hers is more about her doing it instead of getting a bunch of followers. The more the merrier, but I feel that it's more something that she needs to do for herself. Could that be the case? That's a theory of mine, and that's what I feel could be right. So
Yeah.
I want you guys to consider that. Could that be the case? Her doing it, not getting the whole plan along because.
Well, they told me, they warned me a long time ago, you can't save them all. They told me that.
If everything is meant to be like this, then it's meant to be, you know. And I always told her like, don't stop doing it because it's about you doing it, and those who choose to listen, that's cool. But if they choose not to listen, all on free will, then SOL.
Yeah.
That's what my intuition is telling, and that's why I always say like, keep doing your mission because I feel that's the whole meaning of it. You doing it or trying to do it anyway.
Yeah. I've been trying.
I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that's how I feel about that. So just want to share that.
It's anyway. I got another, back, I don't know. How long was it ago that they were calling me Phoenix when I was waking up?
So it had to be about 3 months ago.
3 months ago, I'm thinking, yeah.
Something like that.
Where I was waking up and they were yelling, screaming for me, Phoenix. Yeah. Well, they were calling me something else this time. Hello, Miss Camber. They were calling me, and I knew when I was going to sleep. This wasn't coming up out of sleep this time. This time it was going in. And I knew it was significant when I heard it because I had run across it during some of the crash course that they've been giving me about what's going on down here. The name Morgan. They were calling me Morgan. And I'm like, okay, why the hell are they calling me Morgan now? Well, it just so happens, you know how it's interesting how I named animals and things after some very synchronistic things. Well, one of my dogs that I adored was named Morgan. I named her Morgan. Don't know why I named her that. Popped in my head, and I named her that. Well, all you have to do is look up the significance of Morgan. Morgan was the creator of the mermaid race. In other words, that was another way of calling me exactly that. The creator. Then the other thing about the name Morgan, King Arthur's sister, a sorceress, her name was Morgan. Is that some past life stuff, possibly? I don't know. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't know whether to believe in reincarnation or not. But I can tell you for a fact that's definitely a thing.
Yep, me too.
If anybody's telling you anything different, I suggest you second guess them.
Even when it comes to you, I recognize you.
Yeah.
That's how we started
Nell
talking.
knew he knew me. Like, how is this person in America? How is it that I know who they are? It's because All you guys have been down here before. This is not the first time for most of you.
Yeah, and then when you look back at your bloodline, right, you keep on reincarnating in the same bloodline.
Inside the
You
same
come
bloodline.
from England. That is very
Scotland.
close. Well, Scotland. Very close to where I come from. So
Yeah. The Merovingians. It's interesting because the Ark made its way over to America, evidently. Because they knew she would reincarnate here, I have a feeling. Some of the early Freemasons, the ones that weren't infiltrated or tainted, knew it, or they wouldn't have designed Washington, D.C. the way they did. They knew. They had to hide it. They had to keep it a secret. Why do you think there's paintings of unicorns being killed? And why do you think my family fled Scotland in 1649? And interestingly ended up merging with the Rosebud Sioux tribe. Fascinating fact. Because that's the other side. Anyway, yeah. The market did crash on digital currency, and it's not over yet. Everybody was warned, and Gabriel is pissed. I was looking over Morgan. You know what's really interesting? Check this out. Mari Morgans. Mari. Mari is a title. The Mari. So now I know why they were calling me Morgan. Has to do with Welsh, English, Irish, Scottish legend. Looky there. Triple goddess motif. That's pretty fascinating stuff, huh? Notice she carries a cup of water and is pouring forth water. I didn't even see this when I was looking at it. Just now seeing this. Connect the dots, folks. The water bearer. The age of Aquarius is the water bearer. And no, it's not a male. It's a female. Yeah. The ruler of Avalon is referred to as Morgan. Here we go. Mary Morgan. Yeah. make that up. Like I said, there's tidbits of truth everywhere you look. You just gotta know what you're looking for. That pre-wedding feast that I was getting ready to attend, where they handed me that cup of milk and honey, told me to drink from the other side. I had picked out a red outfit for that dinner. I didn't know what that meant, but I knew it was important. But red is often connected to Durga, a warrior goddess who symbolizes strength and power. But there's way more to do with the whole red symbolism. I showed you the family resting place with all the Egyptian Anunnaki symbolism all over it. And for further evidence, they made sure that on one of the photographs I gathered an orb that was half red and half blue. They were sending you a message. Not me, because they already send me messages. They're sending you all messages. Anyway, I just wanted to find out who's listening. Because Gabriel and Ed and I sure want to know. That's funny because I found somebody today because they point me out to different people they want me to check out. I want to show you something. Ascension Tarot. She's doing readings because she's picking up on the energy of the Trinity. Gabriel, Adonai, and myself. Gods with abandonment issues. Yeah, so much so I almost walked away from mission. Yeah. They do feel abandoned because people have swallowed the lies, hook, line, and sinker, and haven't followed their gut and their intuition about what's happening and what they were taught. And there is such a thing as blind faith. You were given brains for a reason, an intuition, and a heart to sort out what you were being told in the churches was a lie. Or at least part of it was lies. Because remember, they have to tell the truth mixed in with the lies. Fascinating, right? Gods with abandonment issues. Damn Skippy. Can you blame them? Can you blame me from almost walking away from the mission? I want to show you something. Remember, I've told you that, sorry, Remember, I've told you don't fear the 11s. They told us in the codes, don't fear the 11s. Well, today's the 11th. And the cryptocurrency crashed. The ones that need to fear the 11s are the ones who better get right pretty damn quick. Yeah, really quick. The astrology of the great machine. Everything's on this half of the zodiac, with the north and south node and Neptune holding them all in place at 18 degrees. Mercury and Jupiter went conjunct. So Jupiter got the message for Mercury. Okay. Mars, the god of war, is traveling ever so closely to Uranus, the rebel, the future. Along with Black Moon Lilith. Notice that the moon and Saturn and Mars are all at 2 degrees. I'm going to show you something important. The number of the goddess, 13. 13th. Everything's still locked in by the north and south node and Neptune at 18 degrees. But what else is interesting about this picture? Saturn and Mars are both at 3 degrees. Yeah, Saturn right here. And Mars right here. But look what's happening in Taurus. This is a grand machine. The holodeck, the matrix. Look what's happening here. Do you see what I see?
I seen it. I don't know what that was, but I'll check that. I'm a Taurus.
Do you see? Yeah, this is happening in Taurus. Do you see what I see? Tesla said, he told you what? 3, 6, 9. Keys to the universe. Just so happens to be on the number of the goddess, the 13th. Another important day coming up. I think we should play that frequency 369 hertz. What's interesting is the moon, the new moon. They're calling it in Capricorn. But if you look at this, the moon's at 0 on the 13th. Let's go back to the 12th. The 12th at 11 p.m., the moon is indeed in Capricorn. But she ekes into Aquarius. So this new moon to me is Capricorn and Aquarius. It starts in Capricorn and ends in Aquarius. From the 12th to the 13th at night, it starts at 11 p.m. A very fascinating new moon, considering that you get that number 369 on the 13th in Aquarius, see? And the moon's at 0 that day. Told everybody to set their intent. What would you want to see your world become in the age of Aquarius? Can you imagine how glorious that could look and be with everybody living free? No longer under the control of the virus. Imagine what that would look like on the night of the 12th. Take some extra time to go out and take a look at that moon. You won't be able to see anything, but the fact that you're looking up and paying homage is important. I also think starting tomorrow evening through the 13th, playing the frequency 369 will be important. I don't know why, it's just a hunch. But set your intent that night. Take a little prayer time, meditation time, whatever you want to call it, and actually pay homage to the gods for once and what you would like to see in the age of Aquarius. Everyone free, truly free. Remember, stay out of fear mode because the shakeups continue. And get up to, we'll do that 1 week and then we'll go back a couple of days. Mars and Uranus, the god of war and the rebel, will be conjunct on the 20th. And not only that, but you have Black Moon Lilith on one side and the Moon on the other, flanking them. That's an important day. And it's going to be a little crazy. Let's go one more day out to the 21st. Look at this. Both of these guys at 10 degrees, Black Moon Lilith and the Moon. They'll be conjunct the very next day on the 21st. Wild. And guess what? On the 20th too, by the way, just an FYI, the sun is at 0 degrees marching into, guess what? Aquarius. So you've got Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, and the sun all sitting in Aquarius. And then you have these heavy hitters down here in Taurus. There's a reason my husband's a Taurus. He's on that world card. So that's the 20th, the 21st. Like I said, these two will go conjunct. The light and the dark. Conjunct. That could get interesting. So I say the 20th and the 21st are going to be very interesting days. And the sun has indeed marched into Aquarius. Then we go to the 28th. Look at the interesting patterns going on here. Now, the only thing over here is the moon. Everything else is over here on this side. At this point, Venus and Pluto are conjunct and on top of each other. The Sun and Jupiter are conjunct on this date. Mars is almost conjunct Lilith. Fascinating. So 1, 2, and almost a third conjunction happening there. Let's go to the 29th. Grand machine at work. So Black Moon, Lilith, and Mars go conjunct that day. On the 29th, so that's important too. And the moon is directly across from the sun on that day too. And then you've got all these planets lined up in Aquarius. The 30th, the 31st, and the 1st, when Venus enters Aquarius too. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in Aquarius. 3 sitting in Taurus. Venus enters into Aquarius on my birthday. There's no mistaking that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Special looking.
Yeah. So the messenger has already passed by and told all of them the messages, and then Venus enters. Yeah. In the meantime, you got these 3 down in yours. The Rebel and the God of War. And Black Moon Lilith. Okay. So important dates to take note of. Your birth date does matter. It gives you some indication of who you once were. Definitely mapped me out perfectly. Absolute perfection. Anyway. So yeah, they were calling me Morgan. Little did I know.
Can you scroll back up?
Mm-hmm.
Morgen. You know what that means in Dutch?
What?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Really?
Yeah.
You hear that, guys?
Exact
In
spelling.
Dutch,
Tomorrow.
Morgen means tomorrow. And the planet Uranus is all about the future.
I thought it was spelled Morgan. M-O-R-G-A-N.
It's spelled several ways, but they're all the same thing.
Yeah.
Remember, words can have two meanings, or two spellings, or three spellings, or four spellings, and they're all the same thing. Anyway, it just so happens that my husband, how they pointed me and got me to pay attention to him, is M-A-R-I is in his name twice. Twice.
Yo.
Last name M-A-R-I-E-N. Marian.
Now you get that name too.
Yeah, and it's interesting. My initials equal DAM. D-A-M. Make that crap up.
Damn.
Queen of the damned, right?
Damn.
Damn. Yep. Damn's right. Anyway. 31st was your mother's birthday, huh? There you go. Smoke pot and dwell on happy times. Yep. They're coming. You just got to stay in your childlike innocence when anything was possible. And this new moon sets your intent. And project love to the planet, everybody on it, and everything on it, and out to the universe. Just stay in gratitude, divine reverence as much as possible. And I hope you get through what's coming. Anyway, yeah, let the crazy show continue, and yeah. Yeah, Gabriel's mad. It took that much to get me to not abandon mission. He's like, let's just prove it to him. And when I told you guys in that video that to get out of digital currency, and then it got backed up by the astrology. Yeah. It's his way of proving we are who we say we are. And if what they showed me to show you wasn't enough, then I wouldn't want to be you. Anyway, ascension. That's happening. Some won't make it to the wedding party, unfortunately. All right, guys. I just wanted to, well, I didn't really want to, but Gabriel wanted to FYI everybody he's not happy. And yeah, the gods feel abandoned. 100%, including me. Anyway, have a good night, and please do that. Play 369 on the 12th and all day 13th, the night of the 12th, all day on the 13th. That's paying homage to the goddess, the grand architect of the matrix, of the machine at work. And pay homage to Gabriel and Adonai. They're part of the team. And Uriel. And yeah. So 369, set your intent. Stay in gratitude and project love. Stay in your childlike innocence. Be playful, dance, be full of joy, because this is the age of Aquarius. Okay? Anyway, I love you guys. Have a very good night. And some people have some serious things to think about. Very serious things to think about. Take care.